Hi! Today we'll be working with these two cars to show you how you can save money and time on some basic car maintenance. The battery will look something like this. Quarters of a foot above orientated in line. Another common issue that can happen with your car is one of your light bulbs will blow out. Sometimes it's easy to diagnose, while other times you may need a friend to help you out. On this car, if you use the test function, you can see it says low beam failure, as well as tail light failure. This means it's telling me that the tail lights are blown out, or at least one of them is. Now, I can know to go and check the bulbs to see which one is burnt out. However, many cars may not have this sort of electronic system. In order to test it out, you will need a friend to help you out. While you sit in the car, have a friend go around and look at each one of the bulbs to see if they're turned on. At first, have it in the daytime running conditions. Turn the car all the way except for turning it on, so the final setting before you turn the car on. Have it the daytime setting and check that the daytime running lights in the front are turned on. Next, switch it over to the nighttime running lights. This should turn on a couple more lights, namely your four-way lights, as well as the back rear nighttime running lights. Finally, the next setting will turn on your low beams, which will be in the front. Have a friend check both of those while you sit in the car, and have them tell you whether they're on or off. In addition to this, push the indicator lever forwards or pull it and hold it back to turn on the high beams, and have a friend check if those work as well. Have your friend go out to the back and look at the taillights as you press and release the brake pedal a couple of times. This should turn the taillights on and off, and if one of them doesn't turn on, that will tell you that that bulb is the one that is blown out. Finally, turn on your hazards. This should turn on all your four-way directional lights, and if one of them isn't working properly, you can go out and check. If all of them are flashing, that means all the bulbs are working fine. To check if one of your directional lights isn't working, you can also turn on the signal indicator. As you can see, the regular speed of the indicator is quite slow. This is what it should look like if one of the bulbs are working. Now, if the left bulb is blown, like it is in this case, the stock indicator will turn twice as quickly to show you that the bulb is blown, as such. If your indicator is flashing this quickly, it's a good sign that one of your indicators, either the front or the rear, is blown out. To make sure your reverse lights work, put the car, if it is in manual, into reverse and have a friend check at the back whether the white reverse lights turn on. If the car is in automatic, put the car into reverse as well and have your friend check if the lights turn on. From testing, we know that the rear right tail light is the one that's blown. To get to it, there's usually a cover, whether it be carpet cover, like on the sides, or a special plastic cover, depending on the car model. All you need to do, take this cover off, or pry back the carpet covering that's over the tail light. We know that it is this light from testing as well. On some cars, the lights have wires like this heading towards them, and you need to pull them out and then take the bulb off. On this particular car model, there's plastic covers for the lights that hold the lights. All you need to do is twist it, pull it out to disconnect the light. As you can see, the connection in the light bulb is blown, which is why it wasn't working. All I needed to do was pick up a light bulb for very cheap from Canadian Tire or any other kind of parts store. Take the old light bulb out, put in the new one, make sure it's seated in properly. Once you have the new light bulb in, all you have to do is slide it back into the housing, click it into place, and it should be good as new. Once you're done this job, put the dust cover back on, or put the carpet over it once again. In the case where you have to take off the entire light housing, maybe to replace it, or in case it gets too foggy, all you need to do is unfasten a couple of these bolts that hold it in. Once you take the last bolt off, make sure to disconnect any wires that come from the car into the housing and push it out using the struts. Once you've loosened it out enough, you can pull the housing out. Be sure to not snag any wires that are still connected and take the housing out. This allows you to replace a housing that is maybe cracked or too foggy to the point where it doesn't work anymore. When you're done, be sure to tighten the 4 bolts holding the housing in once again so it doesn't fall back out.